We do a lot of research on price and the psychology of price. And it is just amazing how consumers believe in these what are called anchor prices. And as soon as they get kind of an idea of what something should cost, then it is almost impossible to get them off of that idea or that anchor. Absolutely crazy. I love this quote too: having a sale every day is a bad idea, but retailers are afraid to stop. We're on the heroin. And once you're on that heroin, you cannot stop. When I ran the department store in Kalamazoo, Michigan for 3 years, when I first got there, we had a 20% off coupon that we put in a credit card statement and mailed our customers every month. And you know, that thing was really eating into our margins. So Bright Me decided that we're going to stop this. And so I said, you know, it's going to hurt us, but we got to go cold turkey. We got to get off of this. It only took about 3 months before we had to go back on it, because it really realistically would have not only taken about a year to a year and a half to wean the customer off, but our competitors weren't doing it. And so it's very, very difficult to be that first pioneer out there. Extremely difficult. So it's really hard to get off. And again, for so many customers today, you know, on Groupon, you'll see in a minute, 30% of Groupon offers are never redeemed. So people buy them and 30% don't use them. And when they interview them, well, why did you buy it? Because it was really fun to get. It's kind of like, duh. You just spent $50 for a coupon you're not going to use, and yeah, it was the thrill of the hunt. You know, you look at Groupon, any of you on Groupon, or okay, a few of you, you look at well, by the way, last week they had a Groupon. It was such a no-brainer. No, it was Living Social, I'm sorry, Living Social. A $20 Amazon gift card for $10. Duh, I tried to buy 5. They wouldn't let me, I could only buy 1. I mean, it's just like, you know, why wouldn't you do that? But it's the thrill of the deal. It's the thrill of the hunt. And when they say the deal is on, you know, this morning for Groupon, the deal was on when 150 people agreed to do it. And I said, you know something, Groupon, that gets old really quick. I mean, 150 people, if it was 149, the deal wouldn't be on. Baloney. And so it's about gambling, it's about hunting. Again, look through these slides in your deck, and you can go to some of these auction sites. And there's all kinds of them out there, penny auction sites and other sites, but be very careful about getting involved in them. And then these luxury sites, the Gilt Group and Rue La La. Gilt, you got to be invited to get into it, and Rue La La. Luxury products at very low prices. Now the danger is you buy the product, but once again, what if it's 3 months later, the zipper breaks? 2 months later, something goes wrong with it. Where do you go back to? You don't go back to these guys, because they're the middleman. And they just simply act as the bartering surface between a retailer that you may not even know is realistic and really out there. In the deal of the day, how many of you Woot? Now, Woot is a good site. I've been on Woot for about 3-4 years now. It's one of the originals, WOOT.com, Woot.com. They have one offer a day, one and one only, and it's always you know, it could be any kind of item, a 50-inch plasma TV, $5 shipping. A $3 item, $5 shipping. $5 shipping no matter what you buy. They were just acquired about a year ago by Amazon. But they've maintained their same philosophy. And good old Groupon, the nuclear option, again, Groupon is putting a lot of retailers not out of business yet, but again, they're reinforcing the 60, 70, 80% off as a normal, natural thing. That retailers should be able to deliver that. It's absolutely crazy. This is what a friend of ours said. I must admit, as a consumer, I am addicted. I get up in the middle of the night to check the new deals and review the list on DealRadar.com. I do review them carefully to consider the value, geography, but I must say that when I pay $25 for a $55 gift certificate, it seems smart on my part and on the part of the retailer who has introduced me to the store and impressed me with quality merchandise and good service. Well, rot's a ruck. The people who go back after they get that wonderful 50% or 75% off deal, then they go back expecting the same deal. And that's the problem that a lot of Groupon retailers have been finding, is that they don't get new customers, or if they do get new customers, that new customer only comes back and wants a deal. And I believe it could be the end of retail as we know it, although 40% of retailers who participated in Groupon said they wouldn't do it again. This is a company that if you remember, Google about 2 months ago was going to offer $6 billion for. And now they're believing that there could be an IPO of $15 billion. It is total insanity. And I don't believe Groupon is worth any of that stuff. And so again, the pluses, minuses on it, I just don't think that it really adds up. And by the way, again, read all this stuff about what's happening out there and where the venture capital money is going. Feeding the deal, feeding the deal. That's all that we're seeing. And also we're seeing another addiction, which we call, yes, I'm sorry.
Being a psychologist, what do you think the strategy was of Groupon's tasteless Super Bowl ads that people have baptized?
Oh, you know, as I said, what were they thinking? The arrogance of success. Why couldn't they have just gotten like 5 normal people in a room and say, what do you think of this commercial? And 5 normal people who weren't drinking the Kool-Aid in Groupon would have said, what are you thinking? Yeah, dumbest commercials I've ever seen. And I don't mind dumb if they're funny, but those were dumb insulting. And so, yeah, they're strange, real strange. And again, limited window, limited time. Limited time offers have always been good. A lot of this has come out of the past. Remember the old blue light specials at Kmart? A light would go on in the store and you got like 1 hour or 15 minutes to get over there. This is the same thing. These are blue light sales now, but they're on the internet. And so, you know, these friends and family sales, not so much anymore. Limited had 40% for 8 hours. Bebe was 20% off for 5. Urgency is what drives it. Sending out an email, say for the next 4 hours you can get this kind of a deal in our store. It's all about urgency. And then again, the whole opposite end of the pendulum. I love this site. It's a UK site and it's called Just Buy This One. It says, okay, there's so much confusion out there. People are drinking out of fire hoses. If you want a TV, go to this site. They'll tell you just the one TV to buy. You want a digital camera? They'll tell you the one camera to buy. Just this one. It's a British UK site. It has not exploded here in the US yet. But again, it's that making it and keeping it simple for the customer. I'll tell you right now, human nature as a psychologist, when you present consumers with too many choices, they will not make a decision. And so the maximum amount of choices a person can hold in their brain at any one time is 5. That's the limit. 3 is even better. But if you go beyond 5, 6, 7 choices, they're not going to choose. And so you got to keep it very, very tight today and really help the consumer because, again, too many choices, they're not going to be happy. And technology is absolutely mission critical out there today. And I'm going to go through these real fast about social, mobile, check-in shoppers, reviewing online product innovation and service. Social is huge. It is happening all over the world, not only in the US. We saw the effect of Facebook on the revolution in Egypt, Facebook and Twitter. I mean, it's having profound impact both on commerce and on politics. Every company has got to find a way of integrating social media into their media mix. It's an absolute must. But the real question is, how do you make it pay? It's got to be, and not too many retailers have cracked this code yet, to really understand how you make your social media pay. And sometimes it's just about really just being relevant with your social media and someplace where your customers can go. And it sounds like what you guys are doing for your truckers is absolutely amazing, amazing. And a lot of companies should really be emulating it. And so how do you do it? Well, a whole bunch of things you can do. Becoming relevant, bribing them with exclusivity and sometimes deals, making the process. We're starting to see a lot of shopping carts on Facebook now. And so making that whole process seamless. And the next revolution, it's sitting in all your pockets. It's the mobile revolution. And if it's one thing, 2 things we heard at the NRF this year, customer centricity, which you guys are already there, and the other big thing was mobile, 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 mobile. That the mobile consumer definitely wants to use their phone to go shopping. And we're seeing all kinds of activity there. $6 billion in 2011 are going to be spent through mobile phones. And that is just the beginning. In Japan, the mobile phone has already eclipsed the PC More people are communicating, doing emails, doing all kind texting, buying, everything else on their phone. I don't know if you saw the new Sprint phone, the double panel, double touchscreen Sprint phone. It is stunning. So imagine a iPhone shape, but folded open, and you've got two screens forming one big screen. It's kind of like an iPad, but shrunk down a little bit, but it folds up. And you could have the two screens running separately or running together. So you could have multitasking going on up here, down here. How many of you, by the way, use 2 monitors or 3 monitors on your desk? Okay, I highly would advise your IT department to put 2 monitors on everybody's desk. I learned that at Microsoft years and years and years ago. You're more productive when you have, I have 3 on my desk. I do, my main computer in front of me is my workspace. I'm working in Word or PowerPoint or Excel. My right is my email as it's coming in. My left is my web browser. And so I don't have to spend time moving stuff around, shrinking stuff, blowing it up again. Multitasking really does demand that. And I'm sorry, at $149 a monitor today and the amount of electricity it consumes, it's just much more about, do I even have a little real estate on my desk? But Sprint's new phone is absolutely amazing. Again, this smartphone, you've got to enable, we're telling retailers to enable that technology. The other big one, we aren't showing it here, we're showing a barcode. I mean, everybody's phone today can take a picture of a barcode and immediately get a price or whatever on that particular product. But the new hot items are the square codes, the QR codes. And those you can download free software from AT&T to create your own QR codes. And you can put a QR code on your business card. And so one of your clients can read a QR code on the business card. Where does it take them? It takes them to an embedded site on your site, embedded web page that gives them more information. So you could have a lot of information about you or Acuity or whatever utilizing that QR. It's free software. You can print the QR code for free, and it's absolutely amazing stuff. And who's at the forefront of this? Go have a look at Best Buy. I mean, they're stunning what they're doing with QR technology in the store and enabling mobile commerce in the store. Absolutely amazing. And you got to do it right. Your site, by the way, minimally your site. Now, I'm guilty of this, although give us about 2 months, we're working on it. I'm really behind the 8 ball on this. Our site currently is not mobile friendly, but we're making it mobile friendly. And I think every site out there in the next 3 years, within the next 3 years, is going to have a mobile version of it and the full version. Because there's a lot of customers who want to look at your site, and they might be in an airport, and all they got is their smartphone. And more that's becoming a real issue. And again, it's got to be a really rich consumer experience, or the consumer simply is not going to use it. Check-in shoppers, again, that's happening all over the place. Location-based technology in the smartphones. And understand that technology is not based on a GPS. It is based on a high-frequency signal in the store that your phone hears. So when your phone goes into, and you have the software on your phone, and you go into Best Buy is putting out a signal in the store that your cell phone can hear. And it tells your cell phone that you are in Best Buy, and then communicates with Best Buy so that they can push a coupon down to you right when you're in the store. And they know how long you're in the store, and they know what you're looking at in the store. It is really amazing, amazing Big Brother technology. Cool stuff. And there's all kinds of, again, people who are doing this location-based services. And it's the biggest, hottest thing out there in retailing today. So all kinds of people are, come in and scan this and we'll give you a coupon, come in and do this. Again, making a game out of it, trying to get people to come in the store and play a little bit of a game with it. And then reviews continue to be important, growing in importance. Amazon started them years ago, but thoroughly reviewed is a real trend. Consumers want to know what other consumers think. And so the ability to do reference checks, to find out what other people are saying about your product, is extremely important in retail today. May probably also be important in your business. How are consumers, other of your customers, what are they saying about you? And do your other new potential customers get to hear that or get visibility